calculated. There's a nice hug to start, as Sara gives Mary a hug. As Sara comes from Phoenix, Arizona. She's an IT for P.F. Chang's, and pool is her hobby. Mary Mondragon was born and raised in Morenci and lives in Safford now. Safford, Arizona doesn't get much action over there. She says they just now started a league, and will soon be playing more. She misses the girls and she plays with, and playing pool. She loves to play pool. She's also playing, if you notice her cue up against the back in a little bit when we turn the camera, you'll be able to see her cue on the right-hand side. It has that extension that's there. It is right there, that in the back. It has an extension that's like about a 6-inch extension or 5-inch extension. And the cue is actually taller than she is. I think it's 62 or 63 inches. So here we go. Mary's going to get set to break. She's going to 4. Sara's going to 3. And we're underway at Casino del Sol in Tucson, Arizona. 2015 Tucson warm-ups for the 39th Annual National Championships in Las Vegas, Nevada. She opens up with she stroked it pretty solid. Looks like she made a ball. I'm hearing things coming down. There it is right there. She made a solid, giving her an open table. She's straight into the 5. She looks like she's going to shoot that. Now, in watching the way she's stroking the ball, I kind of question the need for an extension. But, you know, players' preferences. It's just the stance that she had and the way she stroked the ball. I don't know, it's not my place to question, but I take a look at that, and it just didn't look as smooth as it might have without the extension. Sara's up to the table now. And this open table, she can choose. She can choose the ball next to the cue ball in the corner, or the 5 ball that she just pointed at and in the side pocket. She could also go up table for the other ball, but there's nothing afterwards, so she's taking the better shot. To establish solids, she does. Looking at the 3 ball, stopping it for the 1 ball. If she gets a little bit better shape on the 1, she can come into this 2 ball in the stack in the middle of the table there and open those 2 balls up. If she just gets back just a hair. Well done. I think she has the angle she may need to do that. She would like to have she'd like to be 2 inches up table from where she's at, to have a steeper angle to get there. Well, she may be able to see this 2 ball. If she can just follow it. She'll nudge the 6 and be straight in on it. I guess she can. See from my, there it is, right there. She can get it. Nice camera work. She makes that ball. She could have gotten shape on the 6. Just a little bit more cut. She pushes the 6 ball over, and she would have had a nice position on that ball. But what she has done is block that pocket for her opponent. Now Mary's job here is to pocket that 10 ball on the side. I don't think it goes. Yeah, it looks like it does go. And she'll just follow up for the other ball, for the ball on the right side there. Very well done. You know, it wouldn't be a bad shot here for Mary to do. So go ahead and pocket that deuce with the 12 and lay the cue ball on the bottom rail. Now she'll take the 15 in the side, the 9 ball in the corner, the 13 in the corner. She might play a variation of those 3 shots, but she has to find a way to do something with the 10 ball and the 11 ball. I'm sorry, the 12 ball and the 11 ball. I'm looking at that 2 ball and it's blue and it registered as 10 in my head. We had a couple of great matches yesterday, and we're looking forward to some today. I believe we're going to have the Scotch Doubles Tournament finals right after this. I'm not 100% sure if it's right after this or is it 5 o'clock? 6 o'clock. The finals for the Scotch Doubles will be at 6 o'clock. I saw something on Facebook or online that had them scheduled for 11. We had tentatively scheduled start today at 11, but we had to change things around due to that particular match being postponed. Sarah's looking for something to do here. She says, well, I can shoot this at the 1 ball and open them up. She's got 2 trouble balls. She can't really hurt me. I would suggest you make sure you catch a rail if you do that. Make sure you hit a rail. She could play this ball down here, but it opens up the table for her opponent. She could play the 7 ball into the 12 into the deuce. And, you know, tough 3 ball combo. But, you know, it's lined up pretty nice. If she executes it, she can do some damage. Oh, there you go. Well, she just tied up her opponent and said, it's your turn, but guess what? You don't have a shot. But, actually, Mary does have a shot. Play that 12 under the deuce, leave it there, put the cue ball in the middle of the table on the rail on the bottom, and she'll have a very effective safety. Now the players will be able to listen to that did not catch a rail. That did not catch a rail. I believe it's ball in hand. And they concurred. The players will be able to listen to their match in about 2 weeks as it gets posted to YouTube on the CSI site on YouTube, and where there's instructional videos, podcasts, and pro matches, national championship matches, all online. Go back, take a look at your match, take a look at yourself play. It could be a very educational process. She brings this back a little bit. She's really going to like life. She's in control of this game right here. In good control. This is a nice shot. I like this shot. If she can hit this with a little bit of high English, she may be able to run into the 8 ball and open it up and have a shot on the deuce or the 7. Well, not quite. But she did get a shot on the 6, on the 7. She does have a shot on the 2 ball if she wants it. I don't think she does. I think she'll probably put the 7 ball in play by the corner pocket and work from there. This is good. She's looking to open up the 11. It looks like by the way she aimed it. She's looking to open up the 11. Looks like the 9 ball does go on the side. She opens up the 11. The 12 ball is still tied up. So she's playing against her opponent's skills. Even though it looks like Mary has a higher rating, not on the Fargo, but in BCA, as she has to go to 4 and her opponent goes to 3. So, but as you can see, the Fargo rating says Sarah's a stronger player, especially because she's getting the game on the wire. Oh, there you go. Well, now what do we do with the 8? She's got to come off that ball and address it. She's got to move it. She's going to have a hard time reaching the ball without a bridge. She's a little taller. She might be able to reach this ball pretty well. Little center left English. Actually a little low left English. She's got to try to come into the 8 ball and open it up. If she catches it if she catches half a ball on the left side, she'll break out the 11 and both balls will slide up. She should be straight into the corner pocket. But she has to spin the cue ball to do that. I'm not sure what she's doing here. She's kicking at this 3. Oh, because she can't reach it. She's kicking at this ball. Oh, now what are you going to do, young lady? It doesn't go down there. She's calling it down in the corner. I've got a perfect view from here, but it's so far away. It is so tight. I don't think it goes. If she hits it to the pocket, it nibbles the 11. Or maybe not. Don't scratch. don't scratch. Ouch, hold up. Oh, it did. Trouble in River City for Mary. She'll probably want to play the 11 ball on the side. All right, she's going to take the... This is okay. She can play this, and it's okay. She still won't give up a high percentage shot if she misses. Miss she did. And now, Sara has a shot. I think she can cut it. It looks like she can. And look, yeah, there's room to cut this ball. It'll take a good shot. The nice thing about this shot, if she cuts it and hits it good, she doesn't have to be concerned with scratching in the lower right-hand corner pocket, as it looks like the 12 ball will stop her from heading in that direction. She's not even going to try to cut it. She says, I'm just going to put it in play. I'm just going to put it in play and give you long shots. She may be understanding these percentages next to their names. This Fargo system that will be introduced here soon to the U.S. Nice. Oh, I thought she made that ball. Is a very sophisticated system that captures all games played in tournament against all opponents, and this data is compiled and calculated, I believe, weekly. And it is so sophisticated that one match will affect a lot of ratings, not just yours, especially when they're new, new players. Numbers are all interact. They all interact. I mean, everybody's actions can affect a lot of ratings, not just your own. At least that's how it was explained to me. Looks like she has a shot in the side pocket, and she's called it there to take the first game. Watch these percentages really, really change now, as she only needs 2 and her opponent needs 4 games. In conjunction with the 39th annual BCAPL championships, you're also going to be able to rub shoulders with the pros in Las Vegas, July 22nd through the 1st. You have the U.S. Open 8-ball tournament. You have the 10-ball U.S. Open. CSI is putting these guys on, and fantastic chance for all the amateur players and, advanced and master players to rub shoulders with the pros and watch them play on the same equipment they're playing on. They'll set up a pro arena like this, but they'll have a lot of them will be playing on the very exact same equipment they're playing on, although they may have a different room setup for the pros. I'm not sure. I'm guessing. They do want to separate that so that they can stay focused on their games and matches. I'm sure there's a practice room for them, or they'll just find practice just like the players do. But it's a nice time to be able to watch your, pro of your choice and see some of the top players in the world. In the U.S. for sure. More than likely in the world. I mean, the national championships brings players in from, I know in the past when I played up there, they bring players in from Spain, Holland, several countries in Europe. Someone was talking a couple days ago about Ireland, talking about how they ain't going to beat them, so they're going to put together a team to play at the national championships. And I believe it was Ozzy that said to them, well, bring it on. Get a team together. Come down. If it's that easy, come down and give us a visit. We'll let you show your stuff. All right. Mary's taking stripes. This is a cluster of balls in the middle of the table, right by the spot. This could be rebroken if they chose. But Sara comes to the table now with solids, and she's got a good shot on the 4 ball. I don't think she has an angle. No, she doesn't have an angle to open up any balls. If she chooses to, she could just really power that 4 ball on the side and go 2 rails into the stack with high English. Make sure you don't scratch, but she should be able to go into the stack, either with dead center English or high, and use the second rail. Draw would also work. Go 2 rails into withdraw. Probably be more effective, more predictable. Oh, this is going to scratch. Ouch. One of the risks you take when you're running into balls in the stack, if you don't hit them just right, they can come off towards the hole. There's 264 inches of rail and about 26 inches of pocket. So somewhere along those lines gives you an idea. I may be off by a few inches here and there, but I believe these pockets are right at about 4.5 inches, maybe just a little less since they're pro cut. And you have all the rails going around. One of these days, or maybe after this match, I'll go out there and measure each rail. Well, the rails are all the same size. I'll measure the rails and see exactly how many inches we have and how many inches we have of pocket. So that's how much open space you can expect on a table. Maybe they'll find a way to incorporate that into the Fargo system, and they'll have that 88% maybe go higher or lower that Sarah's looking at. According to Fargo, she's an 88% favorite to win this game. Or the percentage actually is 88%. So she's pretty much looks like a percentage-wise, she's 8 to 1. Now, if Mary wins the game, I'm sure it's going to go back to the original percentage, or real close to within 5%, because it changes. Now it's pretty much the same race to a lower number, though. So it'll be a percentage. The percentage for Sarah to win will probably be slightly higher than it was at the beginning, because it's a shorter race and she's favored to begin with. Oh, almost pushed that 8-ball, clipped that 8-ball to the side pocket. And Sarah's coming to the table with 3 balls tied up. Well, 2 balls tied up. But if she gets on the right side of them, they're not tied up. And get on the right side of them she is. Don't hit the 11 ball, because you're going to be, there you go. That's exactly why. You don't want to hit the 11 ball. How about it come down to the rail without hitting 11, come back up for that 7 ball, and then the 5, the 1, the 4, the 6, and the 2, or the 4, the 2, and the 6, and say goodnight to the 8 ball. She's got a nice layout here. She can use the 1 ball to open up the balls. She's not guaranteed a shot, though. If one of those 2 balls that she's looking at, the 2 or the 7, or in front of her pocket, and she could come into these balls, she'd be guaranteed a shot after breaking them open. Things to strive for when you're playing 8-ball. No angle to open them up either. No angle. You know what would be a decent shot here is to just hit the 6 ball towards that pocket. Not make it. Not make it. Just lay it in the jaws of the pocket, leaving the cue ball behind the 8 and calling a safety, because you have the 8 and the 5 to block the 11. And when Mary kicks at it, she probably opens up the balls for her. Don't make this ball. Very well done. Nicely done. Either she's reading my mind or she knows what to do. And of course, different players might view that differently. Different player might have said, I'll just get on this 1. I'll just get on the 6, get a good angle on the 1, break them up and run out. But you got to take into consideration their skill level. Nice hit. Well, she's actually done a good job here, but she's left the 6 ball up in the upper left-hand corner. And she just wants to move this cue ball to the middle of the table. If she gets to the middle of the table, she's got her choice of 3 shots. Oh, overcut it. And now there's trouble in River City. Or should I say trouble at Casino of the Soul. It's funny, I was driving down this morning
And from a distance, I could see the casino, and I just thought to myself, that looks like a little treasure in the desert. Oh, nice shot. Avoided the scratch. Most people are afraid to do that shot because that scratch looms, and they're just afraid to go into that area. And this should shake up the percentages. We're going to be at 1-1. And she'll probably go from an 11.6% chance of winning to probably about a 19. It probably will. No, it might go higher than that. Let's see what it does when the score gets entered there on the Fargo rate. Guys, get ready. Those out there that are viewing, it goes to 22. And Sarah still dropped to about 78. She's still a heavy favorite in the game, in the match, excuse me. Looking out across the room, you see all kinds of players involved in their matches. This place is busy today, not like it was on Wednesday night or Thursday, where all we really had was Scott's doubles during the day. So we had 10 teams in here battling it out, 10 two-person teams. And now we've got the places alive. A little bit of music in the background. I see some good matches going on. You got Trace Kane playing Kevin Peterson. That's a good match in the men's singles. Trace played a real nice match against Steve Lillis last night. Steve a master player, Trace is an advanced player. And funny how that works in the system, in the Fargo rate system. Trace was actually rated higher than Steve Lillis, but yet Steve is a master player and Trace is an advanced player. So I have a feeling that Trace's Fargo rating is going to, or Trace's BCA rating is going to catch up to his Fargo rating. I'm not sure how long it takes for those two join up, if they do, or what effect one has on the other. As this system gets incorporated to everyday use, I'm sure it'll become more apparent, or people will know exactly how what affects who. Nice shot by Sarah. Who says IT people from PF Chang's can't play pool? Another nice shot. Well, unfortunately, she didn't get position on the 2 ball, but she does have a shot available for the 3 ball, over a ball under a strain and a long way away. She's going to open this up. This is a good shot. I like the way she thinks. She says, if I open this up, I got 3 balls to. I wouldn't go for this ball. I would play the cue ball towards the right side of that 6 ball. Oh, she could make it. I didn't think she had space for that. I thought those other balls were in the way. If she did that, she might open them up. Now, see, there's an example of how I'm guessing at what they're doing, and they know what they're doing. So, what I say doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's just, I can only base it on what I can see from the vantage point I can see it. And it's not what the player can see. This helps when he moves the table around like this, and I can see better angles, but you still see where there's not that much room for that ball to go between the 12 and the 14. And place that shot the way she did. Looks like she's coming into the stack over here. She is. Nicely done. She says, I think I'll just rearrange the furniture. What do you think about that? Nice shot, Mary. done. Well done. CueSports International. They put on a heck of a venue here at Casino del Sol. There's 32 tables plus this pro arena. You've got Billy Palmer's billiard supplies in here. You got old Jude doing his cue repair, leather wraps, tips, whatever you need. I think he's doing shaft cleaning right now. Tried to bank the ball on the side. Did not work out. Tied up the 3-ball a little bit, not much. Left Sara a shot on the 1. And said, you can begin your work from here. Well, suggestions. She really, I don't think she can bank the 3. She does want to open up the 4, and she could actually, it looks like she may be able to hit this 7-ball at on the foot rail, right above the diamond, and next to the diamond, the word diamond, and make the deuce. But she won't have a shot after that. So she's going to choose to open up this 3-ball and put it into play. And other than the 9-ball, Mary doesn't really have a shot available to her. She can take this ball down the rail, which I think is a good shot. Just shoot that ball down the rail and kind of rearrange the furniture in front of that pocket, in the lower left-hand corner pocket. She's going to play the obvious shot and take the 9. Open up the 8. Don't go in the pocket and lose the game. And then you'll really be in trouble. All right, Miss Sara, what you gonna do? I like this. Well, I don't see what. Oh, I see. She's gonna come down for the 6. Gotcha. Telling you, I like the way she thinks. If she didn't come down for the 6, she went across for the 4. That works too. She has to do is pocket this ball, follow the cue ball. She shouldn't go towards it. She's going to go towards the side pocket, but not at it. She's going to be underneath it. And now she has a choice of doing this 2 ways. The combo, which has to be played with the right speed so she gets a shot on the 6, or just make the deuce and just barely come off the rail, shoot the ball on the rail towards the other corner pocket, and then you have the 8-ball on top. But you're going to probably have a long shot on the 8. And that's what she's chosen to do. Just don't lay flat on the rail. Don't stay on the rail. Give yourself just a slight angle. Not there. Well, actually, she's perfect because she is. The 7-ball or 6-ball is just a little off the rail. She's on the rail, and she can cut this with center left English and kind of just slide up to the middle of the table. And she's just going to use high, basic high, and it's just fine. Just make the ball. That's why I like the center left English. It avoids that part. Now she's going to be at the mercy of her opponent as to what she is left for the 6. Interesting. She can play the 10 in the side. Stop the cue ball there if she can. Just get it off there, but she has to be careful with a double hit. Not leave a ball. Not leave a shot for the 6. There you go. You should be okay. Just don't double hit this ball. She needs to bend down for her shots. She'll be able to see them a lot better. She's playing straight. She's standing straight up for this ball. Maybe that's the way I should shoot. You can see, maybe you can see the angle better. Don't know. Everything looks pretty good there. Looks like that 13 will be her key shot going into the 8th. She'll play that last. Hopefully put the cue ball right where it's at now for the 13. She's going to play the combo. This could be disastrous. She's going to draw this ball. Oh, she got by it. I was going to say, if you go forward, you have to be careful with kissing the 6. And she was able to avoid it. I'd have to be cutting this 14, going 2 rails with the cue ball. Nice call. She's playing the right shot. Well, there is no right or wrong shot. It's what the player feels best for themselves. So, and as you can see, like I said, there is no right or wrong shot. She could have played the 9 ball on the side. She looked at it, so she chose that one, and then just aired. That's tough when you're playing. Is you shoot a shot like that. You don't really consider the fact that, hey, I could miss this, or maybe you do, and you get a little nervous, and you do. Well, this could put her on 2. This would really change the percentages on the Fargo rating. It's a pretty straight-in shot. And execute. And she'll take a 2-1 lead. Now, Sarah's going to 3, Mary's going to 4. We're at Casino La Sold in Tucson, Arizona. Incidentally, I'm looking forward to dinner tonight at the buffet. That was excellent the other night, a couple nights ago. And I'm sure it'll be excellent again. Someone lost a button. Did I lose a button? There's a button on the table here. Looks like it came from. Can't tell. You gotta loosen up your buttons, babe. No, I'm not gonna sing. Although that video is pretty good with Pussycat Dolls. Sarah's breaking with a 2-1 lead. Percentages, 92% chance of winning this match. Mary is fighting the odds. According to the Fargo rating system, she's an 8%. She has an 8% chance of winning this match from this position. Down 2 games in a race to 3 for Sarah. And she needs 3 games, her opponent needs 1. This is alternate break format. Now, if you kind of put that out there and you had really 2 top players that are going to break her out quite a bit, think of it this way. I think Sarah just broke. So if Mary wins this, she'll be breaking at 2 to 2. She wins that, the score will be 3 to 2, and then Sarah will be breaking for the game. So that would really increase the chances there, because her chances of Sarah winning, because she's going to be able to break on the hill. And if you run out players, well, you're kind of figuring, if I break on the hill, I like the game. She can't break my serve. But these are not run out players. Nice shot. Nice shot. Oh, I thought she made that ball. That came down really nice. She hit it pretty nice. If you watch her stance, she doesn't seem to be real steady, but when that cue comes through the ball, she's pretty. She's not moving too much. Let's put it that way. But the way she stands over the ball when she strokes the ball, I think it has to do with that cue being so long for her that it unsteadies her. I've never seen her play before, so I'm guessing. But I've seen little kids play with long cues, and when you get them a shorter cue, it works much better for them.
Well, Mary's back at the table. She wants to open these balls up to have a chance. She's looking at no tomorrow. So no ball in hands. And she's left Sara a perfect place and possibly way to open these balls up. If I'm Sara, I'm going to go off the 4 ball into the 12 and follow the cue ball straight up. Cue ball goes back to the middle of the table, and all my balls are broken up. Especially with needing one game and kind of sensing that my opponent more than likely may not run out. Interesting. Yeah. She's going to open it. There you go. Don't go in there. Oh, effective safety. She's going to want to kick underneath it. Yeah, there she goes. And just kind of nibble that ball. Call it on the side just in case. Nice hit. No ball in hand, but she's got a high percentage shot on the deuce, and everything is open. Every ball has every pocket. Well done. You know, the way these balls are laying, this could easily be the end of the match. In this inning, a little bit of draw. She's looking to see where that cue ball's going. Nice. I like what I see here. I think the lady's going to improve pretty quick. If she's just started playing, I'm not sure how long she's been playing. But she's going to improve pretty quick. Well, now remember, if you shoot that ball, you're going to have to come back for the 4 sooner or later. And that means you have to travel the cue down here away from the other balls. Nicely done. Nicely done. She looks like she feels good about this shot. She's okay with it. Well, she's only left 1 ball, and that's the 13. It's tight to the corner pocket by the 2, although it does look like it will go. What do you think, Steve? Does it go to the corner? The 13, does it go to the corner pocket? Oh, good. See, Steve stepped up, looked at the angle, says, yeah, it goes. Okay. So, problem with that is if she makes it in the corner, she can't get the cue ball up by the 2 for the 8. And it's going to take quite a stroke to get it there. Her choice would be to fire it with left low English and go 3 rails for it. Well, actually, I just missed something. I didn't see the 12. She just makes this and makes it, and then just comes over to the right side for the 12, and the 12 ball leads her to the top of the table. You got a commentator that's not seeing balls on the table, guys. What are we going to do?
Ouch. Well, I would play the 4-ball in the side pocket. Follow it for shape on the, or stop it for the 6. Play the 6, come off the rail, and go across the table for shape on the 8-ball. That's where you want to be. How do you get there? There's 2 ways to get there. Use the rail or use the angle. And the angle you're going to create after shooting the 4. Shoot the 4 in the other pocket or in the corner. See, I don't like shooting balls to side pockets, but that's my personal preference. And she's given herself a steep angle to come over for this. No. That's where you have to hit, but don't aim it like that. Aim it on the line. Because that makes your body think you want to come in at that angle, and you're not coming in at that angle. When I aim a ball like she just did, as to where she has to hit it, she was looking at the spot she had to hit on the ball. I like to look at the angle coming out of the pocket and line up the center of the ball to the center of the pocket that I'm going to be hitting. And that really, when you look at it, it really changes the spot that you think you have to hit. Nice shot, except that the 8-ball is going to hurt her. It's going to hurt. Ouch. Maybe not. Now, does the 8 go by the 6? That's the only question. Does the 8 go by the 6? She's walking pretty confidently, so I'm assuming it does. She's led me to believe it does. Let's put it that way. She's taking her time, so maybe it's a little tighter than we think. Oh, it goes in. Bingo. Change the percentages. She's won a game. She needs 2. Her opponent needs 1. I don't think the percentages are going to change too much. We'll soon know. I doubt it to change more than 10%. So, 18 to 82. Yeah, close. Real close. So, that Fargo rating will be, let's see how it's accepted across the country, around the world actually, because I think it's going to be global. I'm trying to go global with it, incorporate more people into it. The more data, the more accurate it can be. It's all wins and losses, games played. All games played are entered into that data. Rather sophisticated system. We're in Tucson, Arizona, Casino del Sol, watching Mary Mondragon and Sara Sorg battle it out. Mary needs 2 games, makes the, I thought she made the 9-ball on the side, but here comes the 5, bingo. Why am I saying bingo? I usually say score. Anyway, got a chuckle out of that. I'm easily amused. I hope you are. Straight in. It's an open table. She pocketed a solid, pocketed the 5-ball, but she can choose stripes or solids. What looks good? Let's see. She's got an easy shot on the 1. She's got an easy shot on the 8. She's got a shot after the 1. She's got a shot on this 7-ball in the middle of the table, and that's all. And the 3-ball down in the corner. So now she's got a shot on the 3. I think the 7-ball in the middle of the table goes in this lower left-hand corner pocket. But she shoots the 3. She can get on the 6. She follows a little bit for the 6. She'll be straight in on it.
That's ooh. Big pocket. Just wasn't it was too big. I thought that might go in off the 13 when she hit the rail. And she would have been on the 6 ball with a nice angle to open up the 2-4. Instead, Sara comes to the table with a shot on the 14. Looking to open up that 11 ball by the 8. 11 and 8. And she opens it up nice. She got a lot done with that shot. But by the same token, missed. So had she made it, she'd have to be shooting the ball over by the left-hand corner pocket. And Mary's called the 6 ball. Can you guys watch her stroke the ball? Her arm is all over the place. Mary, I'm going to suggest that you work on your stroke and stance a little bit to make that a little more solid and precise. Your back arm seems to be moving side to side, not only forward and back, but side to side. It's hard to deliver that tip on the right location for the cue ball to make balls until that steadies up. Well, she's done a pretty good job of it. She's won 2 games with it, so. But you'll improve rapidly because your knowledge is good. Now it's a matter of the fundamentals. You might go on the YouTube site for on the CSI YouTube site. It's some of the instructional videos, some of the exercises to improve your stroke, or a qualified, certified BCA instructor. Clank, and she's going to hit this ball. She could easily double hit this. No, she did well. She didn't. She just kind of laid the cue ball on the Q-tip on the ball and didn't follow through hard enough to do any damage. And Sarah's looking at what? Let's see. I'm not sure she can see the 13. She can't see the 10. She can't see the 14. She could play the 14 into the rail and the cue ball back on top of the 12 for a very effective safety. But she wants to move balls to be able to make balls. And she's tied up the 3 ball. It looks like she's tied up the 6 ball. Maybe not. And so, options, 6 ball or 4 ball are Mary's only options. Option number 1, executed. Option number 2, changing, developing. Well, actually, it's going to have to be option number 1 again, because it starts all over with the next shot. By making that ball and not moving any of her object balls, of her solids, into the open, her options are limited to safety or opening them up. She's called the 4. Actually, this can be executed. It takes an extremely thin cut, but it could make it. The combo off the 2 could make it. Pretty close. She's opened up her opponent's options. That 11 and 13 are opened up now. Sarah's going to start with a shot on the 9. So she's going to want to come back with a little bit of draw. And actually, well, and maybe by the 14, or she's not going to draw. She's going to go down table and back. 8 ball, where are you? Ouch. Side pocket, how are you? Well, I think I'll nibble at the corner. How's that? And she did. But she's got a shot. Nah, she doesn't have a shot. She does have a shot. She can play the 10 ball into the 12 and possibly make it. There are the 2 balls on the 2 striped balls by the 2 ball at the bottom of the table on the left. There was another combo available that she just shot and just happened to miss it. Looked like she'd made it though when she first hit it. So. Well, my pick just lost. My pick for the men's singles just lost his first match. So, he's still my dog, but you know, he lost his first match. I mean, he's going to have to come through the one-loss side. There's some good players here. So we got a couple players from San Diego. We've got one from New Mexico that's playing pretty well. We got a couple players in Tucson. You got Kevin Peterson tearing it up, playing pretty solid. And you've got another player sitting in the booth. But I don't really care to play 8-ball on the 7-foot tables. I better get used to it though. So since the 9-footers are kind of going away, I better get used to doing everything on the 7-foot table. We're in Tucson, Arizona for the USAPL National Warm-Ups 2015. Set up by Bad Boys Productions. CSI put it all together with Casino in conjunction with Casino del Sol, and they've put together one of the best venues I've seen in the state of Arizona, probably in the country. Set up very well. Being live streamed by CSI Media. And yours truly is George Teyechea, just sitting here spending some time with you guys and giving you, I guess, my views on what I see at this table. I hope they work for you, because if they don't, you're stuck with me. But let me know. I might be able to change things. If you can make me smarter, I appreciate it. Good luck, though. Everybody's been trying for many years. And it's not that I can't get smarter, it's I just don't get smarter. She's going to bank it. If she happens to miss this ball, and if she happens not to close out this inning, Mary's got a nice layout to win her third game and go to Hill. Just don't make the 8. There you go. Now, well, I'm not sure she can make the 3. She will be able to make the 3. If she can't now, she'll be able to get an angle to make it. She's looking at it. If she shoots that shot first, she's in business. And looks like she can make it. So make this 2-ball next, 4-ball next, and come up for the 8. So. From this angle, I can't tell if that goes. Can we get that right-hand angle? Still can't tell if that 3-ball goes. She could draw this ball and go into the 3 probably, and still have a shot on the deuce. Oh, she called a safety? Interesting. Interesting. Ooh. She tried to make that in about a sliver of a pocket. I mean, from the angle you're looking at, just look at the side pocket. That's how big the pocket is. It might be 4.5 inches at the opening, but at the angle she was coming in, it was probably only 2 inches. She had to catch the side of it and drop in. Little tiny target. Nice attempt. Nice cut shot. Well, she's straight into the corner pocket. Pocket and stop. Hit and stick. This is for the match. Hold your breath. Breathe. Shoot. Chin. Nice match. Sara Sorg takes it down. Congratulations, Sara. Well played, Mary.